Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey, what's up everybody? HTG Brian here, and we've got some more LEGO Worlds for you. In fact, we're going to give co-op a go here. That's right, Tyler P and I are going to go ahead and check out some LEGO Worlds in co-op. I know, right? LEGO co-op online. I didn't have to be sitting right next to him on the couch. This is a big bonus, and I hope to see this in future LEGO games. Now, we are going to get a couple of trophy achievements for just some random things that we do here, and we will probably break those, at least one of them, into a second separate video there. So hey, we're gonna go ahead and play a game. We're gonna go ahead and continue our campaign online, which will allow another player to go ahead and join the game. Now, I do have to apologize, as I did look around my menu looking for some sort of an invite option through the game, and I did not find one. There may be one simply by going to your PlayStation or Xbox menu, and then you could probably find a friend's name on your friends list and send an invite through the actual console system. But I couldn't find one through the in-game system, which was a little weird. But so I just told Tyler, I said, hey man, I opened up a game and made it public for you, and you just got to go ahead and follow my name. So he did that, and as I tiptoe around over here, look at that, there he is! He simply went to my name on our friends list on the PSN, and then chose join game, and it actually worked and went right in. So I'm going to pull out my pistol and pistol whip him from all that dock blocking he was doing in the old Sniper Elite series. If you didn't watch that, he was basically guiding me to all of the collectibles, but then would stand right in front of them, preventing me from getting them. So it was quite comical, because I would run and run and run and follow him, and we'd get there, and he'd be like, come on, it's right there, and I wouldn't be able to pick it up. So luckily for us, we both have the Agents pack, which, hey, if you guys would like to see a video regarding the Agents bonus pack that came with the PlayStation version of this, I'd happily put together a video. But meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and pull out the old landscape tool, and we're going to build quite possibly the largest tower you have ever seen. All right, maybe not ever, but it's the biggest one we have ever created, and it takes a minute for me to get the camera angle right. It's certainly a funny angle here, but what I'm doing is I just made the landscape tool as big as I could possibly make it, and now I'm just simply stacking one of those squares on top of the other. However, I'm not exactly stacking it on the other. I'm kind of stacking it over the top of, so I get it figured out here in a second. I thought the camera was going to be a little screwy and that's just how it was, but it turns out, no! You can actually zoom out and spin all around, so look at that. I'd made like 75 different upgrades, but I'd really only made it about 3 feet, so we're going to keep on keeping on. Now, one thing I did find out when I was helping old Reese out with this trophy achievement is that you can actually just press and hold the R1 button to go up, as well as X to add. So if you, I guess it could be the right bumper button and possibly A, depending on which console you're playing, but if you use the add button along with the up button at the same time, it'll string it together. Now, it makes this really weird kind of like crashing, bashing, booming sound, and it seems to take a little bit of the computing power of the PlayStation, and I'm even rocking a PS Pro with boost mode on. Not sure that helps in this particular case, but I do have it on, and it was slowing my frame rate quite a bit. So if you find yourself chugging along, or maybe, who knows, maybe you're playing on a system that's filled with dust and needs to breathe a little bit, and this is actually stressing it out, just go ahead and do it like I am. Just press and hold the R1 until you match up the green halo with the actual stack you got below, and then go ahead and add another piece. So basically this goes on for a minute or two. Now, I have sped this video up ever so slightly, and I just mean barely, but you know, it probably takes about 2 minutes to build all the way to the top. Now, this is for the ultimate Skydive Trophy achievement, and what we're going to do here is build as high as we can, and then we're going to actually go back to the base of this bad boy that we built, and, oh, look at that. Oh, no, I thought that was it. I thought we made it to the top. But we're going to go to the base of this bad boy, and we're actually going to dig a hole as far down as we can. So the goal for this trophy achievement is to skydive from the highest point to the lowest point of any map, and we are in the tutorial world still. So it just means that there's no real time frame of when you have to wait to do this. You can actually do this right at the beginning. So, all right, we have officially made it to the top, and we're looking down at Whooper, who's trying to climb up, and I think he was anyways. And now our goal is we've got all the way to the top. Now we have to get all the way to the bottom. So pull out the old landscape tool again. And this time we're actually going to use the remove option. So for us, it was square, and hey, you could be our friend on Facebook. Feel free to click that link down below in the video description. That'll take you to us on our social media pages. Now we've got Facebook, Twitter, all sorts of them down there, even patreon.com. So feel free to choose one that works for you. Meanwhile, we're going to keep on digging, and look at this. We're going to dig our way all the way to China, as they like to say. Or I guess if you're in China, maybe you're digging your way all the way to the USA. I don't know how that works. I know that here in the US, that's always been kind of the running joke with cartoons and everything, is that if you keep on digging, you'll find your way all the way to China. All right, so check this out. We have dug all the way to the bottom. It's a much shorter journey to get to the bottom. And as we start climbing up, now there's a couple of options here. You could skydive all the way to the top, but hey, we actually need that parkour power. What is it? We're going to get it any second now, and it'll help me out. Come on, Booyakashow. Proficient parkour prowess. Easy for me to say, right? All I can think of anytime I hear the word parkour is, okay, obviously I get the fact that it's, like freestyle running and jumping off of inanimate objects. However, the one thing that I remember is that episode of The Office, and it's the US version of The Office, just in case, where Michael Scott and Dwight and who is it? There's one other person, I can't remember who it is. I think it's Andy. They go around jumping off everything. Parkour! And they're like rolling around on desks and jumping off couches, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever until they finally jump off of a work truck onto a refrigerator box, except for the refrigerator box is empty. There's no refrigerator in it, so they go crumbling right down to the base of the dumpster or the garbage box. I guess it's a recycling bin or whatever. But anyhow, yeah, this is quite a long journey up. Now, once you get that Proficient Parkour Prowess Trophy achievement, if you wanted to speed this process up, you could certainly use the Skydive option and then just try to make your way on over to the tower. Now, I have also found an umbrella along my journeys, and maybe you have found one by now, maybe you haven't. Maybe it comes stock. I'm not exactly sure where I obtained it, but I do have one in my inventory, and the umbrella will allow me to go ahead and kind of Mary Poppins it down, where if I push circle, that's it for the PlayStation version. I guess it would probably be B on the Xbox. If you press that button, it should deploy the old umbrella, and referencing many cartoons of our past, the umbrella will slow our fall down, which is totally ridiculous. Kids, do not try that at home. I actually watched a cartoon when I was about 8 years old, jumped out of a tree with an umbrella thinking, oh, I'm gonna float. And no, that is not the case. You need a really large umbrella, like one that's almost unattainable to hold. Like, you gotta have that balance, you know. My weight was way more than this puny little umbrella. The thing flipped upside down, I plummeted to my doom, and luckily I didn't break any bones or anything. So, speaking of breaking of bones, we are way up here. I certainly suggest not looking down for those afraid of heights. I know that it makes my stomach a little bit woozy. Now, if you are wondering, what is that contraption on the side of the tower, Brian? Well, that is actually a little ledge that old Whooper built for us, aka Tyler P. He actually kind of enlightened us. Now, as it turns out, oh, there he goes! It turns out you cannot deploy a vehicle onto the same level as you when you're up top here, and I'll explain that more in a minute. But we're actually going to do another trophy achievement called Insane Stunts for jumping off the tallest point with a vehicle. And you actually need that little ledge in order to do it to make it happen. So, all right, we're finally at the top, boys and girls, and we're going to go ahead and plummet to our doom. This is a little bit tricky, and, you know, I probably should have mentioned this when you were building down below, that it actually is a little bit freaky falling, and you can't really fall straight down. You kind of fall at a funny angle, just like you normally would with skydiving, and so, as a result, you kind of have to spin to win, as we like to say. And you'll see here, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. Ready? Here we go. God, that's a long ways down there. Makes my stomach a little, oh no, backflip, or front flip, and then we're falling, free falling. All right, see how I'm rolling in this circle? This can get a little bit dizzy, and this might take you a time or two, and I highly recommend using the skydive feature to get to the top again if you do not make the mark here. But you can see I'm just kind of planning it. I know that I got to spin around a little bit. Look at that, I made it on my first try. Woo to the who. Top to bottom. They should have called this ankles of steel. But hey, we got the ultimate Skydive Trophy achievement, and hopefully you guys did too. And what is this? What do you got? Take that mask off, buddy. Oh, look at this. He's trying to pow me right in the kisser. This is one of the most fun things I found about doing the co-op, is actually running around and chasing each other. In fact, there is a pretty epic moment that happens here after we get the Insane Stunts Trophy achievement. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So here we go. We're down at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and use the skydive feature. But, oh no, I didn't quite get off and run into the good start. So I end up making my way about halfway down. And guess what? I find another cool little factor here. So in one of my favorite games of all time, one of the coolest features that you don't see often in games is the old jump to climb. It's when you can take your character and actually jump to some sort of a ledge or ladder or anything like that that you would normally be able to climb on. And then you can keep jumping to get up there. Now, in SOCOM, my favorite game on the PlayStation 2, you could not continue to jump to climb. You could literally run and jump and actually land on a ladder or a ledge and then climb up that ledge, but you could not continue to jump. But I test my luck here in a hot second, and we actually keep on keeping on making our jumps up the side. And I actually gained some good ground all Tyler P here, but then he starts edging me off, and it gets squirrely here in a second. So it's kind of like the battle of the tower here, as you can see who can push the button faster. And this certainly reminded me of like at the local carnival or fair every year, where you gotta, you know, spam the button as fast as you can to go ahead and get in front of all the other people pushing the button as fast as they can. And look at this, it's a pretty close race, people. I don't know what's gonna happen. He's edging me off, and I tell you what, he is laughing, literally trying to push me off the ledge. And I was like, no! And somehow I actually kind of jump over and fall a little bit, and then he gets up. And look at that, he even goes to the ledge like a smart guy, because he knows what's going on. So, all right, Insane Stunt Trophy achievement. This requires us to deploy a vehicle and write it off the top. Now, we actually have a vehicle from, yeah, I thought the wheelbarrow might work. Nope. We actually have a couple of boats that we got in the first level of tutorial, but we also have a car from the Agents Pack. Now, I apologize to those of you on the Xbox who do not have this as an option. I'm not sure if you do have any options for a bonus pack. I looked online to see if I could find anything, and I couldn't find anything. So if you are an Xboxer and you did get some sort of a bonus pack, please let me know what it is and if it comes with a car, because that'll certainly help when I make the actual trophy achievement video for Insane Stunts. And speaking of which, look out below! That was pretty sweet. I just hailed that thing off the top. So, hurled, I guess. Hailed, hurled, same difference. So, remember when I was talking earlier about why Tyler P built this little ledge? Well, as it turns out, you cannot deploy a car. For some reason, I'm on the top ledge there, and it wouldn't let me deploy one. So, I had to build this little ledge down below. And I should have done it myself to show you on screen, but as it turns out, Tyler did it for me. And look at this. We go first-person view over the edge, and oh, no! Oh, God, that was just... Insane Stunts is officially ours. I don't know if I recommend going first person on that or not. It's a little bit squirrely. Made my stomach turn just a wee bit. And look at that, we got a whole bunch of studs now. So we still, to this point, at least as of this recording, have not figured out any kind of a stud multiplier or anything yet. So, you know, studs are kind of scarce to come by in the sense that you get them everywhere, but you really only get like the small ones, like the silver and the golds, which are 10s and 100s. So I did kind of find that following Whooper around with the explosive missiles from the car here we got from the Agents Pack certainly helped for a minute, but then once we got underground and started tunneling here, we didn't get any studdage for any of this, which was really disappointing. So, you know, if you guys happen to know a trick or a method, hey, it would be awesome if the student could teach the teacher a little trick, because we're still trying to figure out how to obtain that billionaire trophy achievement. Now, in normal LEGO games, you would activate, well, you'd find, purchase, and then activate the old red brick stud multipliers, which would then give you all sorts of extra studs. But in this case, we have not found any signs of a red brick yet, or any kind of stud multiplier. In fact, I believe that there is going to be some sort of like a golden level where you find nothing but studs, like everything is studs. I'm probably wrong on that, but it just seems like that's going to be the case. But like I said, if you guys have any kind of information on that, it would be greatly appreciated. So, all right, I was down on the unda, and I didn't want to be anymore, so I went ahead and used the old skydive option to go ahead and dive into this cotton candy flavored water. I don't really know if it's cotton candy flavored, but it sure looks delicious, and I would certainly give it a try if this was me. And look at this, he is relentless. He will not give up. Now, I think that I got a couple of guys to scan, but it turns out I don't. In fact, what I need to do is run for my dear life right now, because if I do remember correctly, I think There's some turmoil in my near future. Oh, that's right. We got to pull out this old agent vehicle. I wanted to pull out the agent pack and kind of fly around. Really, I was trying to get away from Tyler because he was trying to kill me, and he actually succeeds. Well, he doesn't per se. He has some help here in a minute, and it was pretty comical. Like, I was planning on ending the video right when we skydived back to the top there and landed in that cotton candy water, but as it would turn out, some more shenanigans would ensue, and I figured I would show it and share it with you. All right, so you can see here we got all sorts of missiles flying out here, and I was trying to destroy a bunch of these, like, I guess they're ice cream trees. Oh, look at that. Ghost Ride the Whip! And yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to get massive studs right now. And, you know, Tyler's over here messing around doing something, and it all goes wrong here in about 10 seconds. You can see he just spawned a pig. Yeah, and as I come down and show my love for this little tabby cat down here, I switched to a caveman. Oh, well, I switched to internet. Oh, I was defeated by a pig. I was not even sure that was possible up until this point, and I'm pretty embarrassed. Look at that. No, that's not cool, Tyler. Not good. Not enjoying that quite as much as he is. I gotta be honest, he is laughing like a little girl right now. He is just chuckling, and look, he's trying to get me, and I'm just hanging out, and I'm like, no way, buddy, you ain't getting me. Stay away from me. And so I try to get away from him for the next couple of minutes, and this is quite comical as he tries to run me down with the pig, and I bounce out with my chopper. That's right, get to the chopper. And then look at that, I shoot the pig right out from under him because I am a sharpshooter, and I was defeated by a construction worker. Oh, he thinks he's tough. Wait till he sees the side of my... Oh, wait a minute. That's right, buddy. Pow, right in the kisser. I do not play around with those types of things. I guess I'm not really a mean guy, but if somebody comes and sneaks up on me and starts shooting me, I'm certainly not going to stand around and take it. And look at that. All right, so all the other construction workers can just go ahead and jog on because I am not putting up with any more of their crap. That's right. Uh-oh, Whooper's over there doing something. That's right. I think he found his pig again. I think he's coming back. Oh, no! So I left that in there because I wanted to show you guys that this has kind of been a problem on the PlayStation 4. I don't know if you guys have run into some issues on the Xbox One or not, but we certainly have on the PS3. And if you have, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We'd love to hear some feedback from you guys, and we could go ahead and report that back to Warner Brothers. Now, that doesn't mean anything is going to be done, and it doesn't mean that we have any special say in any of this, but we do have the ability to report that, and we would be happy to report the information coming back from you guys to the people above us who actually handed this game. So, speaking of which, big shout out to Warner Brothers for hooking up LEGO Worlds for us. We've been having a blast. I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of Minecraft. I'm not a huge fan of creating, like it just takes a lot of time, and I don't have that these days. I like making these videos for you, and rather than playing dress up with a world or a character or something, I'd rather go out and find some collectibles and show you where they are. So for me, this was a big surprise to be this into this game, and we have plenty of plans for more videos to come out, and we also have plans for the next LEGO game coming out soon, which is LEGO City Undercover, if you're watching this live, that is. So, all right, as for me, that's gonna do it for now. We're gonna probably come back and do some more co-op. I don't know, Reese and I might do some live streaming while we're at the coast coming up soon. We'll just have to wait and see, but hey, I do appreciate your support and you taking the time to watch this video, because I know there wasn't a whole lot of information. It was more of just kind of a fun yay video, but oh to the yeah, that's gonna do it for me. As always, until next time. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya.